just walked out of the Dachau train station. It's a bus 726, which is this one. So this is get off the bus just behind me. This is where we head up to the memorial. Quite a few people here. Looks like a couple of tour groups. Very popular, I'd say, this time of the day. So you get off the bus just behind where I was. About a 10-minute bus ride from the train station. Then just to walk along this path here. So this is the entrance to the camp. A lot of people here, hell of a lot of people. That's why I prefer to do things on my own than in a group, but anyway, we'll walk through the gate.
I'm going to get a picture and then
I think I'll just head down this way. It's down towards the crematorium area. Obviously just the foundations left of a lot of old buildings. One of the guard towers. The former crematorium area.
Úgy, ahogy van. Fumigation cubicles. Holy. Same as before.
Da steht es ja, ne?
So that's the old crematorium. That's the new one. So what these are, this is where there's just graves of ashes. There's now a memorial put on them. So these are memorials. There's a few of them along here. It's where they dug up pits of ashes. It's unknown. It's graves of thousands. People place stones, relatives, friends who may have lost, or as a mark of respect for the people that died here. It really is hard to comprehend. Yeah, you get a very unusual feeling here. Things, wow, it's just that's where they were all executed by pistol. It's just unbelievable. Some 42,000 people were killed here. It's probably double that. No one really knows, it's just an estimate. It's a place of execution. That underneath there's a pit. And they just stand them on the edge here, shoot them. And that's where they'd fall. Just the ashes of thousands and thousands of people here. It's you can see the concrete outside edge of the pit. Yeah. This whole area's well, yeah. I've just walked through the concentration camp here. There's still a bit more to see, but this is the area that is most moving. This is just disturbing, actually, not moving, it's disturbing that this could happen. Yeah, it's a funny, unless you come to one of these places, you can't get a feel for what actually happened here. It's a very solemn place, and I'm just sitting here, a little bench amongst the trees, and yet as I sit here, just there, thousands of people's ashes, where they were dumped or executed, shot. You know, how do you even comprehend that. I've been to Auschwitz, and that's a little bit, it's because it's so big, it's a little bit different, but this is just as imposing, To think people could actually do that. You don't even need, you can have an audio guide, you don't need the audio guide. Just walk around, read the signs there in English and several languages. That's all you'll need to get a feel for how tragic and how people could do this. And this is just one of many camps. People say, you know, why do you want to go there? It's to feel how bad, to get that feeling of almost gut-wrenching feeling. But anyway, yeah, we'll move on. So this is a pit here. There's several thousand, 10,000, who knows, bodies were dumped. You can see by how it's clear that that's what it was here. There's a few little trails just sort of wandering off here. I'm just going to go have a look. I think what they are, they're just places where people go. And this is the old, one of the old walls, I guess, where people go. You know. You can see the wall goes all the way down there. And comes back. It's this whole area. Goodness knows what would be buried under here. Ashes were stored here. Wow. If only some of these trees could talk. Squirrel. Sweet. Nah, guess not. Well, that was a crematorium. Yeah, very solemn place. Yeah, so what there is a lot of religious or ethnic memorials. There's one behind me there. There's another one behind me just there. There's another one. You might be able to just see it sticking out of the trees over there. Yeah, there's a few of them. I'm not going to go into them. I think they're more for the religion or the ethnic groups that that are akin to them. They're almost like a worshipping place. If you see it, I've got a bell going off over here. This is one of the memorials or remembrance structures here. That's where the crematorium was, where I come out of there. That's where I walked in, right down there on the right. So quite an expensive camp. Yeah. So these are the barracks.
And therefore these barracks were in such a poor state, they weren't fit for purpose. They had to be torn down. And like I said, survivors built this to give visitors like ourselves an idea. What I'll let you do now.
So these aren't the original barracks, these were rebuilt.
Ich habe jetzt schon 4 gesehen. Also wir können das schon.
Those barracks behind me, the internals of them at the bunks and all that I just showed were rebuilt because they were so bad, the bunks and what have you, with rotting flesh, bodies, disease and whatever, that it just it couldn't be. They had to pull it apart and destroy it.